The iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro Max is set to get a new button added, what is an Apple first in a long time. This new button is the new Action button, and today I want to tell you why it's so. It's now the start of July and we're now under 3 months to the launch of the iPhone 15 models. Lots of rumours, leaks of features are coming in quickly. So going forwards, I'll be making dedicated videos for the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and also that possible iPhone 15 Ultra. Talk about getting a new button added to an iPhone is a first ever. To be honest, if anything, Apple have actually removed buttons. So they've actually removed the home button, and this was because we got Face ID instead on the iPhone 10 or the iPhone X onwards, apart from of course the SE models. But this new button replaces the actual silent ring switch that we've had on iPhones from day one. Looking at reports, the button will be in the exact location, but instead of just having the silent and ring, you'll actually be able to customize this button to do many shortcut features, as you can see here, like for example taking a screenshot, or for example changing from light mode to dark mode. And just before I continue on, now is a good time more than ever to mention that not all reports and leaks that you're seeing here are 100% proof that they are coming true based on the new iPhone. I only present to you what reports of information that are out there, and these renders that you're seeing here are based on this information that we've been told so far. So basically what this means is the final iPhone may not look like these renders here. However, if you're watching this video, then you're as curious as I am in knowing what is being said about the next iPhone anyway. So nothing official has come out on the release date, but we do have a very good idea of when the iPhone 15 will be coming out based on the last 6 years of history of iPhone releases. If we go way back to 2018, we saw the release of the iPhone XS, and also we saw the release of the iPhone XR. The XS came out on September 21st, but the XR came out on October 26th. And then moving to the iPhone 12 models, the release dates for this was October the 23rd and November 13th. And the main reason behind this was definitely because of COVID in 2020. But as you can see here with these 2 years of examples, you can see that mainly the release date has been the end of September to the end of October time, with the main exception of 2020, like I said, because of COVID. However, back in 2021, we got the iPhones back on their main sort of schedule, and the release was the end of September with all 4 models of the iPhone on September 24th. Then happened on September 7th, and that the pre-orders started a few days later on Friday, September 9th, and then some of the iPhone 14 models were in our hand a week later on October 16th, all the way to October 7th. For 2022, the event for the iPhones happened a little bit earlier than the last few years, but it's not unheard of. So for example, the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus also came out on the same day. Well, the announcement was the same day, what was September 7th back in 2016. But I think you're getting the overall message here for the iPhone 15. It's targeted to come out around mid-September this year for the release, and probably the actual event will happen about a week or so before, unless there is a massive problem with components, or let's say another pandemic happens, for example. Out, let's look at the iPhone 15 Pro. Again, it'll be a 6.1 OLED display, resolution 2532 by 1170. It will also have that 120Hz ProMotion display inside it, and this time, for the first time ever, we'll have 8GB of RAM inside an iPhone. Storage options looks like they're going to change slightly, so we'll actually be starting at 256GB as the smallest space available that you can pick, and this will be going all the way up to 2TB this time. That's what we've been hearing in some rumours, but it might still stay at 1TB. We're not too sure at this stage. But the other thing as well is we will be getting an A17 Bionic chipset inside it. Again, very similar architect to previous chipsets, where this will have a 4 efficiency cores, 2 performance cores, and a 5-core GPU. But the actual body of the iPhone 15 Pro will actually be made out of titanium this time. It won't be made out of aluminium or aluminum, depending where you are in the world. And it'll also have a triple camera setup and also have that LiDAR sensor again.
The battery size at the moment is looking to be about the same size as the iPhone 14 Pro, so this is 3095 milliamp battery size, and the base model of the 256GB model will be coming in at $1,099, and again I will mention that in other countries it might be a little bit more or a little bit less on release. Then finally, we have the biggest iPhone of them all, the iPhone 15 Pro Max or the iPhone 15 Ultra. The name is going to be confirmed a bit more nearer the time, but it will be coming in at a 6.78 inch display, and it'll be an OLED display at 2778 by 1280. Again, this will be a ProMotion display, a 120Hz one. It will again have 8GB of RAM, up from 2GB more of the 6GB that we got with the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And storage options again will start at 256GB this time, going all the way up to the rumored 2TB, what's really exciting out there, but it may also still be 1TB. But the main thing is, what's most likely going to happen is the storage size is going to be up to 256GB. We will also be getting the A17 Bionic chipset, very similar architect to the A16. It will have 4 efficiency cores, 2 performance cores, and it'll also have a 5-core GPU again, so that's really cool. We'll also get that new titanium body on this iPhone 15 Pro Max or the iPhone 15 Ultra, and we'll also get a triple camera setup, but one of those cameras will have a 6 times or a 10 times optical zoom, which is really exciting. We will also still get the usual wide and ultra wide sort of sensors too, and we'll also be getting the LiDAR sensor. The battery size at the moment, we've been told, is probably going to be around the same sort of size as last year's, so this is 4352 milliamp battery size, but this could change nearer the time. The base model of the 256GB model will be coming in at $1,299. Now this is going to be a little bit more than compared to other previous years. Main reason is because of that brand new optical zoom, and also possibly because of that brand new Ultra name. But like I have said guys, this is the pricing for the US. In other countries it could be a little bit more or it could be a little bit less.
So the new iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max does look pretty impressive. And also guys, remember we still actually have got the iPhone 15